Minecraft's newest mob is the Happy Ghast, and with 16 different colors to collect, I just have to get them all. But that's not all I'm gonna do. After I collect the Happy Ghast, I'm going to farm 1 million maces and jump off the top of the Happy Ghast to one-shot all of Minecraft's strongest enemies. I suppose probably the first thing we should do is probably go to the Nether and probably look for the Happy Ghast. Alright, now that we're in the Nether, we can't be in this biome. This isn't going to be helpful. We need to find a soul sand and valley biome. And then I think it spawns by the fossil. So here's a fossil, and we immediately found a dried gas block. But we need a lot more than one dried gas block, so we're going to explore around and try and find like a bunch more. And we'll start with this fossil right over here. Alright, what about this fossil right over here? Are these rare? Was I just lucky off the bat? Haha. Gas block number 2. Number 3. Also, I believe in this update there's a new music disc we can get from launching a gas fireball back at him. So we'll try and collect that as well today. Number 6. So these seem to be pretty common. I feel like they're at most of these. Oh no! So it looks like there is a music disc that we can get. Yeah, it's gone. I am, however, gonna be collecting some of these bone blocks as I go. I'm gonna need these for a build we're gonna make later on in the video. There's little gas number 7, little gas number 8. While I'm in the Nether, I'm also going to collect a lot of Nether blocks for a big build we're going to be making later in the episode. We're back and we have 8 dried ghasts and a bunch of Nether blocks. It's good that these are fairly common because I don't believe you can breed them, but we are going to need quite a few more than this for what we're doing today. But let's just go ahead and actually just get one of these ghasts going. Alright, so to wake up the Happy Ghast, I'm pretty sure I have to put it in water. Just placing it down, it doesn't do anything. It just looks like a little ghast. And we get the stay hydrated achievement, and so I'm pretty sure this is actually meant to take like 20 minutes. So what we'll do is go ahead and I guess put like all of these. So we are going to be doing a crazy Nether portal build. First, we need to find like a good place to build our Nether portal. I do have this path that leads off that way, so I was thinking we could build the Nether portal maybe over here. So I'm gonna basically build up a Nether portal, flint and steel, enter inside of it, and okay, cool, perfect. So that is our old Nether portal, and it is good to see that we have not been moved that far. We'll build something on Nether side in a little bit, but let's just double check that by widening this I didn't ruin it completely. Nope, seems to look like it still works really well. So what we can proceed to do is take down this Nether portal. We'll come back and collect all of this obsidian some other time. You know, the village is looking pretty good from over here. And once we have a massive build right here, it's gonna look even cooler. And it seems all of my ghasts are still not happy. Okay, so since we're gonna have to wait a little bit for these to finish, I want to try and build some type of machine that will give me an idea when it has finished. So I should probably start by making an observer to detect that it has turned into a Happy Ghast, and then probably a dispenser. Next, I'm gonna head on over to the gunpowder farm, grab a little bit of gunpowder, head on over here, grab a little bit of sugarcane. Alright, so I believe if I just put some dye and gunpowder, yeah, it'll make 9 red small balls. And then if I put that with a paper and a gunpowder, it'll make 27 rockets now. Now I'm gonna come over here. If I have a observer facing one of our Happy Ghast, going into a piston with an observer like this, an observer like this, and then on top of this observer we're gonna put our dispenser. Let's just test by putting a firework there. If something... Okay, perfect. I'll go ahead and build it down here. Alright, so that is the oldest Happy Ghast, and once it grows up, this should start doing a little bit of a fireworks show, and I should be able to easily tell, no matter where at my base that I'm at, that those Happy Ghasts have grown up. But what I need to do in the meantime is gather up a lot of materials for the build that we're going to do, so that's going to require me to go down into the mine. But the first material I'm going to grab is going to be blackstone, actually. So this is going to be my blackstone box, so I'm just going to dig my way down to the bottom of the nether and collect myself up a bunch of blackstone. Oh, shoot. We have... Okay, I hadn't even gathered any blackstone yet. I just came back for just a moment. And it seems like... Okay, they just moved to the next stage and it set off my firework device. Well, I tried. I should have known. Well, what that means is they should be done, like, at any point. Oh my gosh, I wasn't recording, and they all just started popping out, and then I was giving them snowballs, and they love the snowballs, and then some of them became adults. So, yeah, have some more snowballs. There you guys go. I'm just have these last two. This one is going to take a lot longer, but this one is probably going to be done, like, at any moment. So I'm going to wait around for him. This is becoming Happy Ghast Central, and it's becoming it fast. I need to go sleep. After I wake up, I bet that ghast will be all grown. It's crazy to see these guys, like, actually, like, in-game looking like actual ghasts, because... obviously, you know, ghasts are usually villains, so this is crazy to see. The little ghasts are so cute and small too. I love them. I wish they stay little forever. Well, while we wait for this guy, I should probably go ahead and make these dudes a harness. Harness is made with leather, wool, and glass. Okay, that's actually pretty cheap to make. Guess I just need some glass. I probably have some in my really well thought out, here we go, really well thought out storage system. So now I can make the harness, and then I can dye it whatever color I want it to be. Perfect. I guess I'll just go ahead and make it blue for now. Okay, that other ghast is around here somewhere. I need to find him. I can't let him get away. Where is he? I know he likes snowballs, so he should come into me. Ah, here he is. Hey there, buddy. Come here. Come here. I believe if I just give this guy a harness... Yo... and then I can stand on him, and he actually shouldn't move. I wonder if I can stand on the non-harness guy. Now I'm curious. Yo, I can, and he stops in place. Perfect. All of these little ghasts just love me. Why? I can just hop right on over onto this guy. I can just fly him away. Ooh, okay. Flying this guy is kind of strange. He's very slow, but he is cool. I dig it, okay? I dig it. This is neat. So I'm gonna just go ahead and park this guy, put a lead on him, and just lead him to this house here. He's just gonna hang out here for a bit. Sounds good. This guy also is probably gonna be ready soon. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and build this guy a little bit of a room. So when he grows up, he won't be able to fly away. Nice. It's kind of cool just having that dude just floating around above this build. That's very cool. The next thing that we're going to need for this build is a lot of deep slate. Well, I'm actually going to need to build myself a non-silk touch pickaxe really quickly. I want cobbled deep slate. The other stuff's ugly. In my last video, I said... So recently, after uploading my last video, the channel actually hit 4,000 subscribers. And ever since I was a small child, my dream has always been to have 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I want to urge you guys all to subscribe. To be honest, if every single one of you guys subscribed that watched this video, YouTube would probably send me one of those, like, plaque things. But YouTube had other plans. Angered by my pleas for clout, YouTube cast my video deep into the Shadow Realm. So I guess I'm once again asking for you to go down below the screen and press that little button that changes its shape and color every 2 months. And if you're watching on mobile, shortly after this video was released, you'll also see a little hype button. I'd really appreciate if you press that button because it will prevent YouTube from throwing my video into the far reaches of the universe where no one can see it. And maybe one day I'll get the plaque. Alright, so I already have a Fortune 3 Efficiency 4 and an Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 Mending. So I should just be able to combine these together for only 17 levels. It's not too bad. We'll go ahead and give it a fun name. Aha, while I was away inventing this pickaxe, it looks like our last Ghast has finished hydrating. Looks like another one of them is turned into an adult as well. But you, sir, can come over here. Now, before I'm going to do anything else with you Ghasts, I need to go finish gathering up materials for our build. So I kind of want to start a proper mine. I've been mining from an area over there, but I want to mine underneath the town so that way I can take advantage of this beacon. So I think I'm going to go ahead and build a little mine entrance. Maybe I'll build it back here behind this building. I'll make it look better at some point. But for now, basically how this is going to work is... That's basically the idea, and it's going to go all the way down to the center of the world. Anyways, this is taking a long time, and the point is I'm trying to get some resources quick. So for now, I'm just going to make a single wide staircase.
5 hours later.
Yo! The enchanted golden apple. That was insane. Now that we're at the bottom of the world, we can successfully collect a ton of deep slate and tuff and other blocks like that, which we need for our build. But the problem is I no longer have the haste from my beacon, which defeated the purpose of moving my mining spot. So what I need to do is bring my beacon all the way down to the bottom of the world. Alright, not too long later, and I've cleared out a bit of a room down here, and this way leads to the beacon. I've lowered down to the bottom of the world, so that way I can have my haste. This is going to be the new mine area for the world. And with all the material gathering out of the way, we can finally make this build. Okay, so this is where we're going to do today's build. So what is bro building? Well, basically everyone and their grandma builds their nether portal to be shaped like a sword. Armed with this knowledge, my nether portal will also be shaped like a sword, but it's going to be held by a giant statue of a knight. So it's like way cooler and stuff. Alright, so the knight statue is completed, and I have approximately 1 crying obsidian to my name, but to build the rest of the actual sword portal, I want quite a few more because they look really cool. So I think my best bet for finding a ton is probably going to be to fly around and find a bunch of ruined portals, and if I remember right, there's one right here. So then I spent the next little while just doing that, flying around until I found a ruined portal, chopping out the crying obsidian, and then moving on. Alright, so 24 crying obsidian's probably gonna be plenty. The very perceptive subscriber watching this video may have noticed I started it off holding a totem, and now for the last several clips I've been holding a shield. And the reason for this is because when I was gathering up blackstone for the build earlier in the episode, I actually lost the totem. So while I'm here at this village, slaughtering the local wildlife, I might as well subject the local civilian residency to a little bit of slaughter as well, and also get myself a couple more totems. Yes, panic. Panic. So I've boat down a couple of them in the water here, and there's one more over there on the land. So we got an additional 3 more totems. Wait a second, do these guys not care? Do they not care that I'm here? These Ravagers seem to have a problem with me. But yeah, for some reason, it seems like these guys don't really care, so I'm gonna try and put them in a boat just to make sure that they never despawn. The raid is still going. I think they just are out of range or something. I think I'll keep them. Maybe I'll come back to them sometime in the future. Who knows? And we are back. All right, so it's super common. Basically, everyone builds the Nether Swordle. Well, I'm no different, except instead of just being a sword on the ground, this soldier will be holding the sword. First, though, I'm gonna go ahead and carve out a little bit here, and I'm gonna go ahead and give him some eyes using the crying obsidian, both for its block texture and also to make respawn anchors, which have this really cool top texture, as well as a little bit of blackstone and a little bit of obsidian. I got to work building the sword. Okay, now the knight has a gigantic sword. I think it's very cool. He stabbed his sword into the ground. His sword is a nether portal. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm gonna do more decorations around this as well. I think that looks pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. We'll fix up the path here at some point, but we're not done yet. I still have to collect all 16 colors of Happy Gas, as well as get the Tears music disc, which means I have to go back to the Nether and get more dried gas blocks and hunt Ghasts for the disc. Back in the Soul Sand Valley, and seems like we've already found our first one. Oh, and here's another already. Come on, get it. Get out of here, skeleton. Alright, come on, I need to get this gas, and yes, we got him. Did we get the disc? Oh no, I think, it's, okay, it's gone. It's gone, it went down in the lava. Happy Gas number 3 of the journey. I'm gonna use blocks of netherrack to mark the fossils that I've been to. Alright, let's see if we can get this Ghast. Oh yes, we got it. Number 5. Six, 7, and there's number 8. Alright, perfect. We finally have 8, but I want a couple more for building purposes, and it's always good to have a couple spares. Well, I suppose 37 is probably more than plenty. I have more than I'll probably ever need, so I guess I should head back on over to the base. Oh no. Alright, we need to take these dried Ghasts over to our gas undrying area. And these guys, first I think we're going to have to get all these guys out of here. So we might need to build some type of like proper Happy Ghast area. And I think I want to build it over by the new nether portal. Maybe I can build it right here. Okay, so I should be able to build something kind of like... Okay, so here we have kind of a basic foundation, and now we just need to wire up some redstone components. Piston, put it here, and then I can put a block on it, then put a redstone going into it. Now our Happy Gas will basically sit on this platform here. Perfect, and then I push the note block, and that should contain a Happy Ghast. Alright, so technically, if I go ahead and break this leash, whoa. Okay, that was weird. Now, I just got to fly this guy all the way over here, slot him in. Alright, now he's in. Activate the note block, and he's there. He's not going anywhere. He's here forever. He cannot fly away, which is perfect. Now I basically need to build like a bunch more of these. Okay, so functionally, all the bays are now built for all 16 colors of Happy Gas. So all I gotta do left is decorate them and then decide exactly what order I want to put them all in. This dude, I guess, is just gonna hang out here in the sky for a minute. And what I'm gonna do is basically try and make the rest of the harnesses and see if I can't get the rest of the guys in. All right, so I'm gonna need to start off by getting a bunch more glass, which I think I'm just gonna have to dig up some. With all of our harnesses crafted, I need to hydrate 8 more Happy Ghasts to complete our full 16. In the meantime, I'll start the surprisingly long process of bringing the already grown Happy Ghasts over to their new bays. And that's when I discovered a big flaw in the design that I made. The flaw being, it doesn't work. Why is this dude not fitting? And after like an hour and a half of redesigning and reworking the redstone mechanism over and over in a different world, eventually I came up with something that works pretty well. Now we have to basically totally delete this whole thing, which is crazy because it's already been built, but that's okay. Not necessarily a redstone guy by any means, but I'm not a redstone guy, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself with how I have this built and how like compact it is as well. I think it's a really cool design. After a quick time lapse later, this is now fully converted up with my new redstone, and honestly, I think it does look pretty good. Part of me almost wants to swap these blocks for like a copper block so it kind of matches. Okay, so now I should be able to just fly this gas on in here. And he should be trapped forever. Perfect. Haha! Very nice. Okay, now, let's see, we'll put orange, and then yellow, and then I suppose right here is where we'll put blue. So we'll fly him in, activate his thing. I figured it out. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of myself. So now, I guess what I'll do is I'll get this side ready, then I'll bring in all the ghasts. Alright, and we have 8, count them, 8 Happy Gas in our new and improved working Happy Gas base. And you realize this side is empty, and that's because the other 8 Happy Gas are still over here soaking up water. So while we wait for them, which should not be too much longer, we're gonna decorate this area. We still need to do a little bit of work. I mean, this path just isn't a path. Let's see. It looks like we have all Ghastlings now, which is good. I suppose I'll just let them float around. They're not going to float too far. None of them are quite ready, so we'll continue kind of working over here. As you can see, I've basically gone crazy with these details, making it the nether over here. Even got some dried Ghasts because we have a lot of them. And I'm starting to see big Ghasts over there, so I guess it's time that we grab some harnesses. And with that, my Happy Ghast collection is complete. I think brown is probably by far the ugliest color. That just looks awful. But my Happy Ghast collection is complete now. And this is almost done. I just have one last touch. The last final touch to the build is to add these color-coded wool canopies over each of the Ghasts. So I probably should have made like a proper wool farm, because this is painful. But at this point, I'm nearly done with the build, so I'm not really going to worry too much about making a proper wool farm. And now the Happy Ghast build is finally done, and yeah, I think it looks pretty wonderful. You can tell which one is which. The white, I just alternated it, so it's still got black on it, but I think it looks good. These Ghasts always face that way, which I think is some kind of bug, but that's okay. If anything, it's better because you can see their harnesses. But yeah, I can hop up on them, and whoa. And if I jump off, I got plenty of room up here to jump around, move around, and yeah, I think they look pretty cool. I can tell from up here which color is which. Thinking it looks pretty good, even though these horses kind of block them. The horses are too cool to like get rid of. Well, that is the end of the video, so if you've managed to make it this far without subscribing, do so now, because I will be collecting many maces soon to jump off these Ghasts and defeat a bunch of pretty strong enemies in one shot, so turn on notifications so you don't miss it.